Hi, I'm here. I'm live. I'm alive. What's up, Jarv? How you doing, sir? How's the new place going? How's that new what was it? Your water heater? I think you call it your boiler. All right. My team has fallen incredibly behind with bingo, and it was not his name-o. So we are gonna work on some bingo today. Yes, smart boiler, not to be confused with the dumb boiler. Oh, no new bingo drops. It was leaking gas? Sir, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think your boiler is supposed to leak gas. It's just my hunch, but I feel like that's probably a bad thing, and you might blow up. It's just a thought. I don't know why I closed the bingo card. I wanted to look at the bingo card. I'm a dum-dum. Alright, let's see. What do we need for bingo pieces? Whisper, not happening. We could go Corp again. Um, let's see, is anybody on? Our team has literally done nothing. And yes, my voice just cracked. Shut up. It's because I have chocolate in the back of my throat. Yeah, John and I are the only ones who've done something on my team. So the fact that we're still, I think, second kind of says something. Our, I haven't even seen our fourth teammate on, since like almost day one. We could go get a Scorpio unique. I have everything from there. Hmm, maybe not. I need Mala and the pet. I thought I at least had both of the ward shards. Hmm. Look at these guys thinking they're cool with their PKing. Alright. We have no barrows pieces. I mean, I guess I could go do barrows as well. But that's like a solo activity. That's not even a let's do it together. That she could have been doing this whole time. Okay, if they're gonna go do barrows, Then I think I still have some keys, right? Yeah, I do have 2 keys. Hmm. I should finish these up real quick while I figure what I want to do, just so I can sell them. I think maybe. We'll see if we can direct Isara to do barrows, and maybe we'll get lucky. Only one team has the barrows tile done so far. Yeah, everybody heard that one. I love you. What is this now? Oh my god, now they're tagging me. We know this is my time to hush. So I'm just doing these bracelets because then I'll be able to actually have some money if I want to try to get some more gear or something. Crafting has been my AFK while I'm editing and working on stuff. Wait, I just realized that you said you can control your boiler on your phone. On your phone. Why on earth would you need to control your boiler from your phone? That's what I want to know. Is it like, oh man, it's got some real cold water here. I wanna turn it up. Hold on, I'm in the middle of a shower. Let me turn my boiler up. Why would you want to turn your heating off in the first place? Oh, do you have radiator heat? Hmm. Okay, that makes more sense then. What, you don't got no central air conditioners? We don't live in a desert. Excuse me, sir. I will have you know we don't live in a desert. We just live northeast of a desert. speaking of, I actually just forgot to, or just realized I forgot to open up the window out in the living room. It's been a little nice out recently. Mm. Yeah, see, I would die because most time you need to warm a place. Not for me, man. It's like 60 Fahrenheit outside. My ass still has the air conditioner on. It's still too fucking hot. Yeah, yeah, speaking of, let me do this inventory. I'm gonna go open up the window because it's like 60 degrees outside, so. Uno momento. There we go. But yeah, I would not be able to do that. Um, it gets down to like upper 40s, lower 50s at night. So probably like 10 Celsius or so. Maybe less. I don't know. Let me look at the conversion. So like 8 Celsius, give or take, like 8 to 10 Celsius. So, a little chilly. And I still have the AC on with two fans on because my ass is still overheating. What's up, Badger? All right. What bingo tile do we want to work on? I want to learn Theater of Blood, but I feel like that's going to be forever for me to figure out. Corp, I might be able to do some more Corp. John and I have both been knocking out some Corp Kale count, hoping that we'd get a unique. What is the drop rate on Corp for a Spear Shield? 1 in 64. So one of us should be getting close to it. Ice Easy. Spice Hard. What's up, Nate? How you doing, man? Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's just gear up and go to Corp. That's not Corp, that's TOA. Eyeball pendant in the mail? Hell yeah, dude. So what I did last time, I think, is what I'm gonna continue to do. I'm gonna go to a 2K world. I feel like I have less chance to get The crashed on a 2K. Boing, boing. I think we're good. We'll give it a second just in case someone is in here. But what is my corp kill count? I'm at 148 with 3 spirit shields. I guess I am a little over drop rate with that. So I might actually struggle to get a spirit shield. Question mark? What else? So we could get Jar of Spirits or the Holy Elixir is what I'm thinking I would be more likely to get. No, that's a 1 in 170 still. Ugh. Alright. Nobody come in? Nothing? I love nothings. I'm telling you, I can't wait for the day that I get an Elysian drop while solo corp. I will literally pee myself. Bing, bing, bing. Dun, 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 dun. Come on, just give me one more. That's not one more. I love this part of it. There we go. Getting some of them good old speckaroonies in there. Badger, did you see that I've enlisted the help of quite a few other people for like events and stuff like that? What's up, Renzo? How you doing, man? How's everybody holding up in the fam? And how's your mom's thumper? Yeah, Sky and Nomad should be really helping you to work on organizing like a timeline and everything. And then Sky literally read my mind last night. I've been meaning to set up like an R4 chat in the game for everybody to be able to talk to and like coordinate with. And I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing something, and then I look and she had already created it. I'm like, oh my gosh, she read my mind. Goes well. That's good. Yeah, so it's looking like there's gonna be less of a load on your back. Bam, 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 bam. But yeah, I'm going to go out on the assumption that we'll probably be like 2 hours before reset for events. We do have the Alliance Trial event in like 2.5 hours that Jag put. I have no idea what that is, but we definitely want to get on that because some of the rewards are like 5-star heroes, so oh, one more spec and we're good. Can we do it before our divine super combat potion runs out? Not if he's walking away like that. One more for good measure? No more for good measure. Gotcha. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, man, if you were starting to get overwhelmed with it, why didn't you ask for help earlier? I've been delegating stuff because there was a lot of stuff for me to work on in the first place. I could have helped you with delegating. No volume at work? Hi, Ned. Been a while since we've seen old Nin. Good to see them. Even if they are no volume at work. They'll never know that I said it was good to see them. I mean, that's understandable, Badger. Yeah, I'm definitely right there with you. There we go. Yeah, so I was talking to Dragon about it yesterday, and it might seem like a little crappy, but uh, Jack had brought to me that, like, hey, maybe we should merge into another alliance, like merge into OCD or something like that, or you know, something along those lines that usually wouldn't be that big of a popular thing for people, but I was like, yeah, you know, let's do it, because I wanted to hang up the leader hat. It might seem crappy, but like, it's a lot of work, and I've been faking it rather well with knowing what's going on. But these other leaders are talking to me like, oh yeah, this guy obviously knows what he's doing. It's like, oh. Nope, John's on. Flute salad. Such a weird song name, but it works. Let's see if John wants to join in with the corp. Both of us doing it should speed up the kills by at least half, if not more. Well, we definitely have gotten people to really grind out and almost greenlog barrows, apparently. Just a good old stabby smacky. Hopefully we'll actually get something. So you guys ready for some juicy gossip? I got the juiciest of juicy here. So my landlord lady moved, right? And she moved down to Florida, which is it Lemon? No. But yeah, she moved quite a bit of ways away, and when we asked her like why is she moving, she's like, I'm tired of the winter. I'm like, okay, that's fair. Not very many people actually want to deal with the winter, right? And so it was like, oh, well, that sucks, but she kept the place. Like, she's still our landlord lady. We just pay her, like, via, you would love a winter? Well, I'll tell you what, come up here. You'll get a winter, that's for damn sure. But yeah, so she's like, I'm moving, I'm doing all this, and we're like, oh, well, that sucks. But, you know, she kept the place, so that's, like, one of the big things, which might seem weird, but, like, she's one of the better landlord ladies that we've ever had. And become a snow badger? Indeed. Yeah, so all that said, like, she's like, okay, she would randomly, like, maybe make some trips up, check on things, see how things are going. You know, nothing too crazy, but nothing, like, too wild, right? Well, she had just moved in August. And she's already back up here. And Dragon figured out why. The downstairs neighbors that had just moved in like 6 months or so ago ended up getting kicked out. They got a 10-day notice to leave, and the reason behind it, the primary reason that she gave, which may seem weird, but there's multiple, they kept clogging the toilet. Which on its own might seem very strange and rudimentary. Like, okay, everybody clogs the toilet at some point, you know, whatever. They kept putting wet wipes into the toilet and then flushing. Like, they weren't using toilet paper, they were using wet wipes. And then they were disposing of them by trying to flush them down the toilet. Well, it kept clogging the entire drain system for every single one of the apartments, so much so that they actually had to dig up some of the pipes and forcibly by hand remove the wet wipes because it was actually like clogging up the actual wipe or the actual system. And like she said, she told me and Dragon and she told everybody else it like right out the gate. I was like, listen, don't flush wet wipes. She doesn't care if you use them, whatever, but don't flush them down the toilet because it clogs the system. Dragon and I are like, oh, well, we don't use them, so we don't have to worry about that. And she's like, great. Those tenants refused to listen to her, but more than that, they started to try to lie to her saying that it wasn't them doing it. Well, she figured it out, and eventually that was that. So that's reason number one, right? Cost her thousands of dollars just because they didn't want to listen. Well, reason number two, my landlord lady doesn't care if you have animals, but she wants to know about it because eventually, you know, she's gonna have to re-rent these places out and, you know, get new tenants whenever people move, right? Alright, John just wants to run 2 solos. He doesn't want to share his loot. Yeah, so she was like, what's my kill per hour? Like, 4. But yeah, she's like, I want to know when, or like how many pets you have, and then like Dragon and I have to pay a little extra for like the pet rent kind of deal, right? And we were like, that's fine because we understand like pets can't just be like, oh well, I'm not gonna cause any issue, you know. They're gonna have their litter boxes, they're gonna have this, they're gonna have that, like that's fine, whatever, you know. Well, apparently at some point the downstairs neighbors decided that it would be a great idea. Well, they already had cats to begin with, but they decided to bring home 4 more kittens and didn't tell our landlord lady. Not okay. So that's reason number 2. And then reason number 3, the downstairs tenants, it was 2 girls and a guy in a 1-bedroom apartment. Yeah, figure that one out. Well, oh, they oh my god, no, what? Oh great. I'm being sent stuff for people trying to tile hit on freaking whatever the hell it is. Puzzles and Survivors. Great. I'm not gonna deal with it right now. I'll yell at them later. Or if you get on, make sure to yell at people. Remind them of first come, first serve for the marches and no tile hitting. The no tile hitting seems to be a very hard topic for people. But yeah, so anyway, back to all the stuff that was going on with these downstairs neighbors. Well, so two girls and a guy, whatever, and you know what they do is what they do, you know. It's not for us to judge or be like, oh, how dare you, except for one thing. She originally forced the 2 girls to kick out the guy, and he was removed off of the lease. Now you might be thinking to yourself, Self, why would she want to have that happen? Well, they would, there's really no good way to put it. But she found out about this from, I think, one of the one of the girls told her about this. They would have unprotected sex, and to avoid having kids, he would make them self-abort. Instead of using protection or some kind of birth control. So he got kicked out, like, immediately, like, gone. Like, that's not okay. Yeah, that's really gruesome and freaking terrible, dude. So, like, alright, good. He's out. Gone. You know, nothing more, nothing less. He was gone. Cut out. Well, after he was gone, the two remaining tenants kept deciding that they were going to randomly invite people over, and it'd be like 9-10 o'clock at night, and they'd be bringing home like 2 or 3 people, and then they wouldn't leave until in the morning. And some of them started coming every single night as if they were living there. So that's obviously not allowed. So it's like all of these things just lined up back to back to back to back. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, our landlord lady is really cool, really laid back. Like, 9 times out of 10, if you want to do something or if there's something wrong, you just tell her, it gets taken care of, and that's that. Like, actual down-to-earth good landlord lady, right? All you gotta do is just listen to the couple of rules that she set, and you're fine. Has it been? Alright, cool. But it's like, why? Why is that a thing that is happening? Like, Dragon and I feel bad because, like, we'll bug her about stuff, and we'll be like, hey, we still don't have screens for our windows. Or, for example, we still haven't gotten the paint to finish painting. And our bathroom was supposed to be redone a long ass time ago, and we were supposed to get new cabinets in the kitchen when we first moved in. Like, and we'll be like, hey, is this stuff ever gonna happen? And we're like, oh my god, we're being assholes. And then we learn about stuff like that, and we're like, god, we're saints. Like, holy crap. Like, I legitimately don't know how people can be that way. Like, just honest to God, I don't know how people can be so scummy. That there's just no clean way to put it. They're just scum. Like, why would you do stuff like that? All you have to do is be a normal human. I didn't think that was a very difficult task to undertake, you know? So yeah, that's the recent gossip on the town. And then I asked her, I was like, so when's the Plumber Chronicles gonna resume? She's like, I don't even know at this point. I don't know if she's ever coming back at this point. I'm like, wow. Because he still needs to finish putting in the gas line for the heating upstairs. So, yeah, it's been wild. And like I said, all of this is going on for her, and then Dragon and I are feeling bad because we're like, Hi, you said you were gonna do this, and we just want to make sure that it's still gonna get done. You know, it's crazy. Ow. Uh, old apartment building. We had a neighbor that would bang on the middle wall to him and yell all night, talking about dire wolves. Run him out of there. You got harassed until he got evicted. Damn. That again, like, why would you do that? I mean, I guess some people do have like those issues mentally where, like, you know, it's hard to control urges and freakouts like that, right? But good lord. That's actually almost like one of my former downstairs neighbors at the old place. Uh, he was gone by the time I moved out. Um, or by the time I started streaming. Obviously, he was gone by the time I moved out. When I first moved in there was an older gentleman below me. His name is Bob. Well, he had a small dog, and he was paying like double rent for this small dog. And he was a very old gentleman, right? Well, he was too old to be able to take the dog out for a walk. So he would have quote-unquote cat litter for the dog to go into, right? Well, the dog never went into the cat litter, and because he was so old, he wasn't able to clean it up. Good freaking lord, you should have seen and smelled that apartment whenever that dude finally was gone. Holy crap. There was a lot of crap everywhere. But that's not the point that I was getting at, right? So when you have people upstairs, it's very, very easy for you to hear people upstairs, because usually there's not a lot of like there's not a lot separating the two, right? You have a couple floorboards, some plywood, some joints, and maybe a little bit of insulation, right? Well, I had cats, and we had to live, right? Well, there was only floorboards separating us, and so he could hear everything. And there were times where he would be on this like really asshole kick. He would go to one of the walls and start banging on the wall if we were being too loud. I was walking around and he started banging on the wall as if I was being too loud. I was like, dude, I'm walking. It's not like I'm running. It's not like I'm sprinting or stomping my feet. I'm walking. And he's like, I don't care, you two die. It's like, God, no wonder why people don't want to live above you. And then that dude moved out because he was, oh, that dude was doing Vardorvis. He was getting too old, and he ended up learning that he had cancer, and so he moved in with his sister, and then he died. The then he died seems like a joke thing, but no, he actually died. I would almost feel bad for him if it wasn't for the fact that he was a dick to me the entire time that he lived there. Get moved out of their house for their safety. What'd she do? You know, about he's gonna kill everybody, but I wasn't scared of him. He was scared of me by the end. He was this 5-foot little fat guy. Finally, inner peace. I don't know, man. I feel like he still didn't find inner peace after all of that. You know, because there's like... there's some people that no matter what you do, they ain't ever gonna find that peace. I gotta answer Asara here in a second. As long as I hit something here. Yeah, be good. Well, fantastic. Such a serene and chill song for Killing Corp. No, god damn it. If you can help it, you will never live in an apartment complex again. Duplex and we have real good neighbors. Nice! You and your sister and your mother didn't take kindly to that? I don't believe she would. Type that let you borrow tools? Oh, well that's really nice at least. Does she respond with alright and walk to their front door and kick it down? Mama Renzo out here just going Terminator on his ass like, I will not let them hurt you. Let's go. And it's just like a water gun. Because that's all you had at the time. That'd be kind of funny. She was ready to end that person's life, but our above neighbor stopped her from doing so. That's probably a good thing, because then, you know, you and your sister would have probably been having to deal with, like, a mom in jail. And that, moms in jail never get to experience the times with their kids that they want to. You know what I mean? An ad? Was it a quick, short, and simple ad? Was it not like 50 minutes of ads, but like... Okay, so it was actually an actual like quick ad. That's not too bad. I've been testing the setting. YouTube added in a setting where you can play ads during your streams, and there's like, oh hey, there's a smart ads option that you can do, and they essentially take care of the ads for you, and you don't have to worry about it. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, all right, whatever, I'll give it a shot. Twitch's obviously was hot buttery garbage, but I wanted to see if YouTube's was any better, and it seems like it is. They're not making you sit through like 5 minutes of ads. I forget what I was saying before you got hit with an ad. Every 30 minutes. Have they all been skippable? Something about a jail mommy? Yeah, you're right, Badger. Yeah, your mom would not be able to have as much fun and enjoy seeing you and your sisters grow up from jail. I'll tell you that much. Raw shark. Gasp, it's what I've always wanted. Oh, honey. I'm on in the background. Gotcha. Yeah, thanks by the way, Dick. I've had a bit of an itch to play more Played Up since we played. it was a fun little time, and the cakes were actually pretty decent to do. Jeez, no specs yet. As long as they're in America, since the person threatened us. I have no idea. All I know is jail mama isn't gonna be as good of a mama as non-jail mama, you know what I mean? I do know that the cake is a lie, you right. Renzo's the one who made the cake, so we all know that it's actually a Dutch lie. Renzo, I don't remember if I made this joke whenever we were playing Plate Up. Since you're the one who's using the oven to make the cakes, does that make it a Dutch oven? I think I made that joke. I don't remember though. My brain don't do it. John's like, the cake is not a lie. I made that joke. Damn it! Damn it! My brain, it doesn't brain. Ah, I thought I was so clever with it. I probably was at the time, but now I seem less clever. I gotta say, it's real adorable seeing some of the new players start getting into Barrows. Man, I remember when Barrows first dropped. You're going crazy. I I checked, and I guess I can't say much with me not getting a Spirit Shield yet. I have 3 in like sub 200 kills, and they're 1 in 70, so I'm at kill count 151 with 3 Spirit Shields, so I guess I can't really say too much about it. But yeah, I want Corp to be done, because then it's like Zolcano and Scorpia, and we get 2 more bingos. You have 2 and 300. Oof. Yeah, I got the Spirit Shields really quickly, and then funny enough, I'm actually only at like half the drop rate for the Onyx Bolts. So like the actual quote-unquote money from Corp that you would normally rely on, I've gotten absolutely nothing of. Tell the third time. I gotta wait at least another day before I tell it. Yeah, I really thought the brownies were gonna be so much more difficult, dude. They were so easy. Let's see. I've had 1050. I guess I must have gotten more than I thought. I felt like I was super dry on them. What is it? They're 150 drop, right? So I guess I got them 10 times. Yeah, I guess I did get quite a few of them. Here I am thinking I've been dry at Corp all this time. The cake is even more of a lie. Oh, finally, after so long, Dragon and I have officially completed Baldur's Gate 3. Our first run through the game. It took us almost 60 hours, but we have officially completed the story of the game. And I kid you not, it was roughly about 60 hours. Yeah, so for like a week, we were right at the edge of finishing the game, but there was always like, just one more thing. And we're like, oh, it'll be quick, it'll be quick, it'll be quick. And then it ends up like taking like 2-3 hours, and we're like, oh my god, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. She's got school. We gotta go, like, stop and go to bed. Like, she'd get home from college and be like, yes, we'll play some more here later tonight. And it was terrible. Around 45 hours into the save, we were like, oh, we're nearing the end. And then 15 hours later, we're finally like, oh my god, we got to the end. The final gauntlet that you have to run, whoo boy, that is the toughie. It's so adorable seeing some of the newer players do barrows for the first time. John, are you an old man like me? Do you remember when barrows first released? How everybody was super hyped for it and it was the hardest content that ever came to the game? How many total broken hearts? She broke Astarian's heart. She broke Halson's heart. Then she had sex with the Emperor. I'm not gonna spoil who the Emperor is. Started RuneScape in 05. I think it was already out then. Damn. I don't remember. I don't remember what year it came out. I just know it was... Oh yeah, well, I mean, her excuse for it was, well, I'm a bard, so this is normal bard behavior. I'm like, wow! Oh god, this is a terrible spot for the stupid orb. I think we got it. Or not. Now we got it. Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. John, you really think Isara's gonna finish the bingo tile today? Anybody want to tell her just how unlikely that is? Because I don't want to be the one to break it to her. I hope so too. I'm hoping she gets like the beginner's luck thing and she just ends up having like 4 DH pieces just all right out the gate. No sleep until they finish it. Well, I am not liable for any stupid decisions people make whenever I tell them to go do barrows. I don't want to do barrows either. My hardcore is nearing the time whenever it's gonna be camping barrows, and I want to save any barrows that I have in me for that. Because it's gonna have to green log it, and it's gonna be painful. Speaking of my hardcore, I need to finish Temporos finally. That damn dragon harpoon is gonna be the death of me. Also, speaking of the hardcore, the last episode that went up has been absolutely killing it. It's almost at 1,000 views. So, that's pretty awesome. I really think that, because I've separated anything non-old school RuneScape over to my Twitch, the algorithm is now really picking up my channel, and especially the Hardcore Iron Man series. Alright, give me an Elysian right here. That's Dust Runes, that's not an Elysian. Did I call them Dust Runes? It was Death Runes. I know how to read, I swear. We still gotta figure out how and when we're gonna do Theater of Blood, John. It's content that I've been wanting to learn for a while. Same with Nex. But, people never want to take a learner. Oh, good. It looks like there's someone here to crash. I love that for me. Oh no, they hopped. Thank God. I was gonna say, I'm on a 2K world. The likelihood of crashers is so much lower. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna need to learn Theater of Blood probably 10 times better than I've ever learned a raid. Because, at some point I'm gonna have to enter the Theater of Blood on the Hardcore Iron Man, and I am not allowed to die. Death on that is a 100 mil, 100 mil into the pot for the end of the series. Yeah, I remember doing the learners, or like the entry mode for the quest, and as much as it frustrated me, it seemed like it was gonna be fun. But I've never actually ran a normal Theater of Blood. I don't like Chambers of Zarek. Cox just is annoying to me. Big learning curve, I can imagine. If it's... I mean, entry mode was a huge learning curve for me, let alone normal mode. Verzik is the one that I have the most trouble on. When you go in, do you do like a 3-man, 1 melee, 1 range, 1 mage, or do you do part 3. When everything starts to go all wild and crazy. Part 2 is a little annoying, but I was able to start getting that pretty decently in the entry. But I remember, like, when I was trying to do part 3, I was just getting spanked every time. Damn, Badger, you're almost finished with the campaign. Man, you weren't lying when you said 20 was difficult. Or like once you hit chapter 20 it gets real difficult. Cause jeez, I think I'm on like 20-4, right? And I can't go anywhere. I barely do any damage to the bosses by the time I'm dead. It's crazy. A lot more after 24. I don't know. People said that the campaign is only to 24. I think it just ends up being the ultimate challenge after that. You're still at 16. Yeah, I really don't like Ulrich. He's good for, I think, fighters and stuff like that, for a hero for fighters, but in my lineup, at least, he doesn't do anything for me. I've fully maxed out, well, not maxed out, but as far as I can currently, my Ephraim guy, or whatever his name is, EPHRAIM. He's level 210. I don't have the ability to get him up to whatever it is, 300 or whatever, because I need to get further into campaign to get those combat manuals. But yeah, him and then Rain, I think, are both closing in on, is it 310? 210? Something. The max before you have to do the last little stretch to maxing the character out. And so, like, I've been wanting to use him more, but right now I have Fox for my healer, so having 2 blues isn't very good, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Eve leveled up, because I got her not long ago, and I'm gonna use her for a healer, swap her in, swap Marlowe out for her, and then I want to get another green and put that in for Ulrich, and I think that'll be my main team. I need a yellow, but I've not been able to find a yellow for the life of me. There's only 4 in the game, and you have to spend a lot of money for pretty much all of them, so I probably won't see a yellow anytime soon unless I get Myers, and I don't see that happening. Oh, yay, the dark core, it has come. At least I got the orb. I'm dying. Orb right away there. Managed to get that double shot off. God damn it, I clicked the wrong necklace. Alright, Corp. Give me one of them sweet, succulent uniques. I haven't seen a unique from Corp in a while, actually. I think all of my spirit shields were sub 100 kill count. Oh hey, my cannon's out of ammo. We should be alright. As long as I don't hit over a 34. I think it's a 34. 32 or 34. That's a 46. Don't spawn an orb. Whatever you do, don't spawn an orb. Alright, Corp, what do you give me? Wanna give me that Elysian? That's soul runes. That doesn't look like an Elysian. And the sad part is, I enjoy this. I don't know what it is, but I enjoy Corp. I don't enjoy streaming it as much as I enjoy just like playing in my spare time and doing it, because I feel like I'd need to have interesting things happening and going on, but after a while Corp is just Corp, and it's a very slow kill count, so there's not a lot of chance for the big oh my god moments. Psycho? You know, I've been called that once or twice, or like 50 times, you know, one of the 7. Why would Reggie buy a Soul Reaper axe? He just wasted so much money. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where when I'm not trying to like entertain people in a stream or anything like that, it's very just it's chill and laid back. So it's like, oh man, normally when I was doing Corp like off stream, I'd pull up something on the side, like watch some YouTube or like some Netflix or whatever, hang out, just sit here, spec them down, kill them, reset, repeat. It's one of the few bosses where I'm comfortable enough with it where I don't mind just sitting here, half paying attention, killing it. Because you can't really do that. You can't go into bandos and be like, ah, I'm gonna have pay attention to kill bandos. Like, doesn't matter how many kills like bandos you get, you gotta pay attention. Do 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 do. This song is weird but funny. It's just like doop 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 doop. Excuse me, Corp. Don't stack me that hard. Okay, thanks. You know, ready for something kind of funny? Dragon and I have just randomly decided to start watching House again. The Doctor House. And there's quite a few episodes that neither one of us remember, especially early on in the series. But it's been kind of fun. We'll sit here and watch House, and you know, I'll play like which Green Hero. I have no idea. I remember seeing one that I liked, but I don't remember which one it was. Since I'm a shooter, any green hero that has shooter bonuses would work for me, I think. You know what character I really want? And it's a yellow character, but I'll probably never get it. Like Nomad and I have figured out how, like, what it would cost to get it the one night. And we're both like, yeah, there ain't no way. I want that budget Wolverine. Besides McCarty, he's the only one that has any kind of troop speed increase. Troop training speed. Ow. What I like about him? Oh god. I would just have to pull up the heroes list. I wasn't hardcore looking for greens at the time. I was looking for the yellow. But it's like the budget Iron Man, I think it was. He had like red armor or something like that. I gotta say, the white on the crystal armor, it looks pretty nice. I told you, he's straight up budget Wolverine. They went to eBay and were like, hey, we need a Wolverine over here. And they're like, well, we can't give you the rights, but hey, what about this budget Wolverine? Yeah, exactly. All we need to do is check his lore to see if his name is Logan. Or no, better yet, it'll be like his name is going to be Frank. Mars? I think so. Now why am I being pinged? Oh my god. I turn off notifications so that I can stop getting notifications. And people are like, oh, we're gonna bypass the notifications. Okay, you know what? Just go here. I'm just gonna go heal up because this orb is obnoxious already. You haven't used him much yet? I think it was his skill that caught my eye. I don't even think it was like what he does for troop enhancement. I think it was just how strong he was for a lineup. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh, good stretchy on the... Oh, and then my shoulders pop. Oh god, god, I love it. Fibromyalgia really showing me why it's horrible. Man, I regret as a kid whenever people would say like, "Oh, I'm so sore." I'd make fun of them like, "Yeah, hey, you just weak." That's how I was raised, right? Now I don't have to do anything and I'm just sore. Oh, great, this nerd known as Casey. What's up, dude? How you been? Dragon and I got that pistol whip, by the way, Casey. It's fun. I greatly enjoy being John Wick for a time. You found your 300 PP play? You played with 300 PP yesterday? That's impressive? Question mark? Oh great. The orb wasn't in the spot that I needed it to be for it to be shot. Oh, good. I got shot anyway. Haha, stupid orb. Are you kidding me? This better be one hell of a drop from this kill. The amount of times I've gotten this stupid orb. AJ Hintelman on Beat Saber pulled 89 for your first. Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. I miss Beat Saber. It sucks that I can't play it really anymore. I loaded it up the one day and I was like, man, I can't wait to play some Beat Saber again. It's been so long. And I started playing it and my whole body was just like, dumbass, you are not allowed to move like that. And I was like, okay. Back to sitting on my ass being a potato it is. McCarty, Ulrich, and Ephraim are your highest level. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, and fibromyalgia is making sure that I don't forget it. Yay, Runite bolts. They're not even the bolts that give me money. Because I fell out of it. I fell out of it because I couldn't keep up with it anymore. Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's the big problem, Casey. It didn't matter how much or how little I did it. By the time that it got to me stopping Beat Saber, I wasn't able to do more than like 1 or 2 songs before I had to stop because my whole body felt like it was on fire. Even when I was like super used to the game. And even like pistol whip, I can only do like maybe 15-20 minutes of pistol whip, and then I'm about to fall over in pain. It fucking sucks, dude. A lot of the times I'll try to muscle through it, but there's just some times where it's like I'm just done. I wish it was a story. I really do. I miss the hell out of Beat Saber. I know, Badger. I thought the same thing. Like, at first, the story was so good. Like, first, like, 5 or 6 chapters, I'm like, wow, they actually thought about this story. They actually did a pretty good job. And then after a bit, I was like, what? They're like, oh, the zombies are evolving. I'm like, what? And then Nova comes back after being bitten, and she becomes like this biotechnical, like, super strong, crazy, like, I'm gonna kill and do everything. But she sits in a lab, and you just like insert weird little devices into her, like, here, consume this. Like, at least make Nova a hero or something that you can use when you complete the campaign. The new mobs from the mob vote? What do you mean? For Minecraft? Ooh. Man, I'm honestly surprised that they still have been able to add more stuff to Minecraft. I go to John, hey, you want a duo? He's like, no, solo. It'll be faster. Now Reggie's like, hey, you want a duo corp? Asking John if he wants to do a corp. Everybody wants to do corp with you, John. You're popular. Do the Minecraft every so often. Yeah, I mean, it's fun every once in a while, but it's one of those games where I'll play it like once every couple of months, and I'll be like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool, you know. So look at all this new stuff. Wow, it's so fun, so new, much wow. And then it's like, okay, I'm done. You know, it's like, I'm good. I'm nailing it with these Bando's God Sword specs right now. Crab Claw that gives extra reach when building, and the Armadillo drops scuts. What? Like the turtle, and it's used to make armor for your dog. God, Dragon's gonna be telling me all about this here soon. Oh, also, we do have a new sponsor. Probably this weekend, we're gonna be back on Twitch doing some Warpath. I realized yesterday that whenever I posted about it in the Discord, I forgot to add the link. So I'm gonna grab the link, and then if you guys want to start working towards it, you can. We did not do as well on the Marvel Snap, honestly, and I'm fine with that. Like I said before, the Marvel Snap, it was good for a little bit, and then whenever I started seeing what they actually wanted to do with it, I was like, I'm good, fam. I am absolutely failing these Bandos God Sword specs right now. What is happening? Why am I getting constant 4s? No, 15. Ooh. Normally do at least like 20 to 30 damage per reset. There we go. You know, that's good enough. 199. We're not quite at the 200 mark, but we're just gonna run with it because good lord, it'll take me 10 years to actually get it. Oh good. First hit and I got the stupid orb. Please tell me it's dead. Of course not. Why would it be dead? Dead? Why are you not dead? Now it's dead. Jesus. I hate those stupid dark orbs. Ugh. For the rest of the day. Invading armies. Oh yeah, don't we have an event for 3 o'clock today? In like an hour? You know what? Let me get that Warpath link for you guys real quick. Yeah, I think we do. There we go. Just had it there. Ow. I gotta remember that it's not fully spec'd down, and he hurts like a motherfucker. Holy crap. I've been very crass today. I don't know why. I apologize, YouTube. I know you're gonna demonetize me. Just do 2 more Bandos God Sword specs just to finish them up. I think it's the Alliance Flash or something like that. Hold on. Oh, that's for the 6th, not for today. So, Friday at 3 p.m. the sign-up ended. I mean, it still says we got 6 hours of the sign-up left. At least for me. But yeah, I mean, I'm fine with Friday at 6. Or Friday at 3. Otherwise, at least for the game. Oh, good. I'm so glad that that's what my phone decided to do right there. I don't have any plans of like massive invasions or anything like that. I've been farming the hell out of steel because I've been so far out of it. But come reset time, I'm gonna be training a whole bunch of troops. I've been saving up a bunch of speed ups, troop speed ups, troop training speed ups, so that I can plow through. Yeah, I got the ability to do tier 7. Wow, coins. So good. What I've always wanted, Dad. Yeah, I trained up troops hardcore, or I saved up speed ups hardcore so that I can pretty much just make a ridiculous amount of tier 7 shooters. I didn't get all the rewards for the personal trial either, honestly. Ooh. A big shark. Oh, that's a big shark you got there, lad. Wait, John, is John Fucks your alt? Your Iron Man? Another account? Another you? Come on. Thank you. You just need 2.5 mil. I've been catching your ass. You were all like, oh, I'm gonna blow you out of the water now. Look at all my builder stuff. I'm a builder now. Look at me, I build. Oh, yeah. And now I'm out here like, yeah, hold my bear. Friday the 13th, good movie. I approve. You're at 10.6 mil? Hell yeah. Past that 10 mil mark. I gotta say, for all of the games like this that I've played, this is the easiest to get your might up, which is really nice. For a lot of the other games that are like this out there, food and speed ups, meh. I have like 30 mil still in my inventory that I can use. Honestly, it's only really steel that I'm struggling with for resources. I actually just recently went out and got a lot of lumber, and Kiki sent me a lot of wood as well. So I have like, I want to say roughly around 12, 13 mil. Yeah, but I don't have $5 to get the builder's gear. I already thought about that. I wanted to get the gear, but I can't get the gear. Or are you talking about yourself? But yeah, I think I have probably about 10 days worth of speed ups saved up. So hopefully they really are, and if I could, I'd get them, but I'm not gonna be able to. I mean, you gotta remember, I've been using a lot of speed ups for my training, as is. That's just training. That's not general use speed ups added on top of that. If I use my general use speed ups, I probably have enough to bypass Badger and then some. I try to save those for like emergency kind of deals. Like, if we end up going to war with Eve, which seems more and more likely as the day passes, um, those would be to like really build up super quick in the oh shit scenario that it would be. So, yeah, I'm keeping those for those moments. Uh, yeah, you're slacking on there. I think I have 1,300 5-minute speed ups for training alone, and then another I want to say like 800-900 for the regular speed ups, regular 5-minute. My ultimate goal for the troop training event that we're about to get into, I want to try to get to the point where I am able to have a full march of tier 7 shooters. If I can do that, I'll be happy. Yeah, I don't think tier 8s and tier 9s are gonna end up being something that we get anytime soon. I think tier 7's gonna be what most people use to fight for quite a while. Like, even for the people who spend a ridiculous amount of money on the game, if you really think about it, like the speed ups alone, it would be like $300 to $400 worth of speed ups just to get to the point where they can upgrade their HQ, not including the upgrade of the HQ itself, you know? So, I feel like HQ 19 is a good spot to kind of sit at. I'll slowly start building up to HQ 20. Thanks to Badger, I got the permanent second builder slot, so what I've been doing is on one slot, I am building like boot camps and stuff like that so that my training speed and training capacity is up. And then on the other hand, I've been doing the required building to upgrade my HQ. And so it's allowed me to be able to kind of like not speed my way through them, but still have a pretty good progress through it. I'm so helpful to Reggie. You blitz with 3. Yeah, and I'm still keeping up with you. Ugh. I just realized there's a room over there. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, good. I love whenever the stupid orb is here. Okay, the orb's dead. Love that for me. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stop using the pit shard for McCarty until he's maxed out. His troop training boost is just too good to not do it. Like, I would be a fool to try to get anything other than the shards for McCarty. Because eventually building might and hero might and everything else is going to become a non-factor, and it's only going to be troop training or troop might that's going to be the important thing. And so the better training that you can have to begin with, the better off you're going to be. And McCarty and Budget Wolverine are the only two heroes that can make it so that it's cheaper and faster. So those two should be the ones that you focus on the most. Like, it doesn't matter where you are at that stage of the game. You should focus on trying to get them. So speaking of puzzles and survivors and games like that, Nomad and I were talking the one night, and it turns out that Nomad used to play the same game that I used to play. And what got me into these types of games to begin with, like the original game like this that nobody knows about it. It's called Evony. Evony. And man, do I miss that game. It was so simple in nature, but there were so many things that you need to strategically go through and do. And like, we were sitting there talking about what you had to do for attacking people. Like, you know how there's rallies, right? And so you can have like thousands of troops or hundreds of thousands of troops in the rally. Well, you couldn't do that in Ebony, right? You only could attack yourself, or you would have like individual attacking. Green dragon hide, that's not a unique. I mean, it's a pretty color, but it's not a unique. So if you would run into someone that you had to fight, and there was no healing. If you lost troops, they were dead. There was no wounded. Which, you know, some people would be like, oh my god, what would I do? It's so expensive to make my units. You didn't care. Like, after a while, I'll get into it and why it's not as important. But after a while, you just wasted troops just to waste troops sometimes. But you would go and say someone had like 1,000,000 troops or something like that, right? You could send a march at max of 125,000, and that's if you use the special item. That usually not a lot of people had the special item until very late in the game, right? So you would be sending like 100k troops at someone who had like millions of troops, and the strategy to actually like start cracking their base was so good. Like, for games like Puzzles and Survivors, you just rally them, and then as long as your rally is a higher tier than what they have defending, or you have more troops, you eventually, you know, get through into the base, right? Well, that's not how it was. There were no troop tiers for starters. So you had like workers, warriors, pikemen, swordsmen, scouts, archers, cataphracts, cavalry, a whole bunch. I think there were like 10 to 15 troop types total, and there were no tiers. So like, you couldn't go like a tier 2 archer. It was just archers. Why do I have a feeling this dude's gonna try to crash me? I really hope he doesn't. I've been here for so long. I've been here for like 2 hours now. Don't crash me, daddy, please. But yeah, so it was really, 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 really simple in nature. But the only way that you could actually end up getting through and doing any kind of damage was you had to plan your attacks. So wall defenses in that game in Ebony actually did something. And 9 times out of 10, what you would do was you would send a scout bomb or a whole bunch of scout bombs. And the scout bombs would take down the wall defenses as long as they kept their gates closed. If they didn't keep their gates closed, then it would hit the troops and do a lot more damage. So usually you would just scout bomb someone down, take out their defenses as quickly as you possibly could, right? Well, after that, you had to start sending in certain troop combinations to be able to do any kind of damage. Like, you couldn't send in 100,000 archers and do damage. You wouldn't do anything. You would lose 100,000 troops, and they would lose maybe like 20,000. I had the wrong one, damn it. So what you had to do was you had to send in like 90,000 archers and 1,000 workers, warrior, scout, pikemen, swordsmen, like all of the other troops. You had to send 1,000 of them, and you would actually hit them, and you would do like upwards of 400,000 or 500,000 kills or troop kills on that attack. So it was super strategy oriented. It was really, really good. And like I said, I missed the hell out of this game. Like, I still remember how it all looks and everything. The only way that you could really keep up with troops as you started getting into the into the late game was your troop training speed depended on your hero that was mayor of the city at the time. And that was determined by, like, you could switch out your mayor anytime, but heroes you would recruit in an inn, and then you would go through and, like, you would want specific heroes, and then you would level them up. But it wasn't like set heroes. There was no... Oh, good. I told you this dude was gonna try to crash. See, the thing is, he's gonna have to TP here soon. I swear to God, if he gets a drop on this kill, I'm gonna be pissed. Go die in a hole. This hole specifically. Just die in this hole. I fucking hate crashers, man. I apparently still had my prayer on. Well, that's it for me. Whenever I spend 20 minutes specking down and doing everything for a corp and then someone steals my kill, makes me not want to do corp anymore. So I think I'm gonna call it there for the day, because otherwise I might actually lose my fucking mind. And I tried. I can't get a private instance for myself because my hardcore Iron Man isn't allowed to make an instance or go into anybody else's instance. So, yeah, I'm calling it there. Braided cheese. Just a flat out piece of shit. I hate that. I really, really, really hate that. Like, how sad of a human being do you have to be that, oh, I'm just gonna go crash somebody who did everything for Corp? And the extra sad part is that dude probably spent like an hour looking for a world where someone was doing Corp. And so he gets like one drop an hour, if that. Whereas, like, if he would just nut up and actually learn how to PVM himself, he'd be able to get 4 to 5 kills an hour. But instead, he's just a piece of shit and just wants to ruin other people's days because he thinks it's funny. So, yeah, I'm good. So, I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. It's shit like this that makes me not want to play RuneScape. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm gonna go and cuddle one of my cats and feel better because I hate it. So yeah, I will see all of you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.